Hey, hi, hello to my gems. I hope they all are doing well. I'm gonna go outside for a little bit today because it's fucking beautiful out. It's nice. It's a nice day. Sometimes I just have fun like walking around downtown and like going down to the waterfront and chilling because there's people everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And it's fun to watch them. Okay. Gems. BBs. The fuck. The venom? Really? The venom? Why are y'all on that nasty? Okay. Whew. I feel like there is some truth being revealed to my gems. That's pretty on par though. I feel like whatever it is that's being brought to your attention is not making you happy. I think it sends you on a bit of a rampage. I feel like there's a relationship in your life that you're like build it or break it. Like, bitch, I'm about to break it. My air signs though, y'all have been on that like this like super but like also like it's not heavy energy, but it's like big energy, you know, like big stern, big, you know, like big excitedness, you know, and this feels like big, like fuck with me, you know, like you guys are pissed about something, and there is this like, I mean, this like full blown illumination on illumination on illumination. I feel like shit's just coming to light. I feel like you're finding stuff out. I want to say that like shit that's been going on for months, and it's just like all of the lights got turned on all at once. You're like, bitch, I've been finding shit out all day, every day, in every direction. You know, like shit has just been dropped into my lap, left and right, and you are not having any of it. Okay, gems. I was not expecting this. I'm almost nervous to turn it over. Oh, that's good. Celebration. Y'all have been on that celebrating vibe. Oh no, that's not celebration. JK. Sorry. The Four of Cups and Temperance. You know, and I mean, like, Avi, that's just like feeling out of balance, feeling like just, I want to say just a little bit upset with everything that's been brought to light. You know, I feel like there's an idea of you thought you had given so much of yourself, and people weren't seeing what you brought to the table as valuable, you know, and that you were just feeling like every time you turned around you were finding out something else about somebody else who was saying something else or doing something else, and just feeling like how did this happen? You know what I mean? Like what's going on right now? Like I feel like you're like underneath the rage, you're just heartbroken. You know, like you're like why can I not have real people in my life? Why do people keep doing me dirty? You know? And I feel like saying it's because you surround yourself with people who you think you can do dirty. And you make it a dirty game. Stop making it a dirty game, Gems. You know, get out of that game. Stop playing that game. You know, like that is its own game. And you don't have to play it any more than you have to play bingo. You know what I'm saying? Like that is an environment that is not necessary in real life, but it's one that you've been in that has really like prevented you from embracing yourself and your development and your growth. You know what I mean? Like it's not been a good environment. So it's okay to let it go. You know what I mean? And it's understandable that you feel rage just as much as it's understandable that you feel disrespected. But like rather than feel sorry for yourself, recognize the fact that it's because you were surrounding yourself with people who are not like you. You know, they weren't raised like you, they don't think like you, they don't act like you. And you can jump in and play the game for a while because you're smart, Gems. You guys are so, I mean, you know, you've got that dualness about you. So you're quick, but like it's exhausting emotionally to constantly be having to play a game. You know, you're drained and you're angry about it. And be angry, but I want to say just like don't be disappointed in yourself. You know what I mean? Like don't recognize the process. I meant to say recognize the process. Sans the don't. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. So, I mean, like, honestly, you know, like, I think when you're just like this, again, with this venom, you know, of like, did you have the temper tantrum? Were you the temper tantrum one? But it was like, you know, having this temper tantrum, like temper tantruming your way out of the village. But it kind of has that vibe of like you're just like raging out, you know, like you're just like fucking beast mode. I'm pissed. I am done with this shit. I'm not fucking with this anymore, you know, like no. Bitch is broken. You know what I mean? Like that's what I feel like that's how you're coming in. But underneath that energy, you know, like after you deal with shit, you know, you're sad because you just feel like you're missing out because where you were investing your time was leaving you out of balance. And, you know, I think you know that. You know, I think that you have somebody in your life who is just one way or another, you know, somebody who just like calls it what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the Queen of Swords is no bullshit. And the Eight of Wands is just like focused and aimed, like one shot, I got this. You know what I mean? Like just comes in with this truth that I think helps with this illumination. I don't know. Let's do clarifiers before I talk about that anymore because that could be. I know some of my gems actually do have Leos in their lives, and they're like on that. Like, let me just go ahead and tell you what's good. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. But I feel like you know, like the overall theme, and this was in your last read too, Gems, is that like you weren't showing up. You know, like you were emotionally tapped out. Like you were arguing this person on the regular, right? It was kind of one of those things where they were like, okay, well, I'm gonna go spend time with people who don't want to have a fight with me every fucking day. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you were like your person was just like done. Like they were like capped out. I'm good. No more. You know, like all you do is fight with me. All you do is get pissed at me. You know, like you're never here, and when you are here, you don't want to be here, kind of, like energy. And I think when you end up lashing out on everyone around you, and you get like this really big insight to like all the things that have gone down, and all the ways that you've sold yourself short, you like, I feel like the person who you go to is the person who, I want to say, is one of the people who you had rampaged out. Because Gems, I do kind of get the feeling that it's quite possible that like when you rage out hard, and you have no boundaries. It's like you have like rage vision. Like every Gemini I've ever known has rage vision, and when you get pissed, like the world blacks out and all you see is rage. And so I think that it could be that there are, like that you lashed out on, your significant other, and you, brought a little bit of a battle to, like to the home front, because there was that idea of like you getting jealous of their friends, and I feel like it's just like you've been going through your own slump, and so you haven't wanted your significant other to, it's not that you didn't want them to be happy, but it's like you were like, I'm in a slump and you should be in this slump with me, like like kind of attitude. But like when they would go and live their lives, because they don't want to be living unhealthy lives, like you would be angry with them and you would lash out at them, and you know what I mean, like it could be that you're just like on that jealousy, insecurity vibe, because you're not where you want to be in life right now. Maybe you're not happy with your job, like maybe some shit's going wrong, whatever. So instead of dealing with what needs to actually be dealt with, you're taking out on the person who is like there for you on the regular, because they're the easy target. But they're the one I think who brings healing in the end. I feel like the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Star, and Temperance, because you've been feeling out of balance. And I feel like part of it is because you've just, like you went to war, and you went to war with everyone, including the person who I want to say just like loved you and took care of you through it all, like dealt with your moods and, your jealous absurdities, and you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this person is just like held it down for you. All right, Gems. So you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Justice card, the Emperor card, and that's it. There's a lot of cards. I want to say, Gems, y'all are coming through as very masculine energy, like on that rage rampage that you guys like to run into every now and then. But so I feel like you're the Emperor, and I feel like whatever is going on, like in terms of like all of this, like emotional turmoil, and like you getting to battles, and like, and there being, like, I want to say like your girlfriend who, is there with you, like she's there with you, and is trying to like hold your hand through the process. But I feel like you're just really angry the process isn't going the way you want it to, and so you're like, she's the one you're taking it out on. Gender neutral, but this is the story that's coming through, so this is the one that I'm going to go with. But obviously there are multiple ways that this could apply to, like For my single gems, you know, it could be that you have a really good friend, or maybe it's your roommate, or you know what I mean? Like, it could play out in any number of ways. But like, I'm just going with the story that's coming through. But I mean, you know, it's kind of this idea. I want to say that you're making a decision. I want to say to kind of like let it go, you know, like let go of this rage. I feel like you raged out on so many people so hard that you were like, all that's left is me. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, and in the end, there was me. And when there's nobody else for me to have to worry myself with, I don't have my roommates to concern myself with. I don't have my, you know what, my family isn't here anymore. You know, I mean, like, there's almost this like you've raged out against everyone, and now you're gonna bring justice to it. I think what I want to say is by like working with this person who you've been with. You know, I want to say like your girlfriend, your wife, your, you know, your boyfriend, your husband, you know, like whatever, you know, but that you guys are like, it's like you're instead of fighting them, you know, like you're meeting them in this place of, you know, like starting a new beginning and working together. And the Ace of Pentacles in this deck is that, you know, like, don't be upset by your small beginnings. And gems, I do kind of feel like there's this idea of I mean, I don't want to say small in terms of like how it all started, but I feel small in terms of like I feel like you guys have been fighting a lot lately. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you've kind of been raging a lot and it's gotten out of hand. And and that's what makes the beginning small. But I feel like what's happening is that you're recognizing it, you know. I want to say like you're recognizing all the ways that you were, you know, like selling yourself short, you know, like I feel like there's just this like refusal. Like, I've been focused on what I want to create for so fucking long. There's nothing that's going to get in my way. This is what I want now. I feel like one of my gems just bought a house too. But it does. It feels like that like I'm going to do what I've been saying I was going to do this whole damn time. And I'm going to start my new beginning with my person. And I see two different energies. You know, you've got the queens and then the emperor. And, you know, again, I feel like you guys have been coming in with that masculine energy, with the rage and the, you know, like the, and I'm going to do this. So, I mean, that really kind of seems to be what's going on. Like this massive, I feel like you guys you were that temper tantrum read. But it's not, you know, I say temper tantrum, it sounds so negative, but I don't mean it to be negative. I mean, yes, it does have a negative connotation to it, but like, I mean, what do you call it when somebody just loses their shit? I guess just losing your shit, you know, like you just lost your shit. You just had enough of the disrespect, enough of the, you know, whatever was happening, you know, like people with their side chat or what, you know, people getting in your way, people getting in your business, people, you know, like what, fucking drama left and right. Y'all feed off of that shit, you know, but, you know, I think you finally had enough of it and you just were like, no, I'm done. Massive rage out. Probably raged out on your significant other as well. And I think, you know, in the end, end up making a decision to like move forward in a positive direction. But it feels small because you're embarrassed. Yeah. Okay, so the bridge and the mentor came out. And I do kind of get this feeling, gems, of like, because I mean, I love y'all, but you rage. I feel like every gem I've ever had, like anytime we get in an argument, I'm always the one who has to be like, okay, are you calm now? can we talk again? Are we good? You done raging? You know what I mean? And I feel like there's an element, again, like I do, I feel like this person just like comes at you with some truth, like shoots down all the rage. I feel like you have a really hard time being mad at this person. And and I feel like that's because they don't I mean I hate this. I hate this. This song, "The Wind Beneath My Wings." Can we be any more cheesy, please? No, stop. But like, it's that it's that idea though, Gems, like that you guys raged out and you guys have been going for this transition for a while. Like, I know some of my gems for the past, God, like 2 or 3 years, 5 years, have just been like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do, like thinking they're grown. You know what I mean? And y'all like grown, like, no. And it's like, I feel like you found somebody who really like elevated your status in a really big way. And I think their friends intimidated you a little bit. Like those weren't the types of people that you were accustomed to hanging around, and so you felt excluded. And I almost want to say, like, in a way, rebelled, and were like, I'll show you. I'll make my friends. But you went ratchet with your friends. You went disrespectful with your friends. Their friends and their lifestyle wasn't disrespectful to you, but it was, you were just disrespected because you were insecure about the people that you were surrounding yourself with. You didn't feel good enough for those people. Which is ridiculous, Gems, because y'all are amazing and brilliant and funny, and you know what I mean? Like, I love Gems, But like, yeah, that's the storyline that's coming out here, and I feel like the bridge is crumbled, but in the end, like, this person, I want to say, that's "Love in the Dark" by Jessie Reyes. That's love in the dark, like, and that's what that feels like. Like, it, like, all of this rage crumbled away, all of these things, and in the end, that person was there to pick it up, like pick you up when you fell down, because people fall down. That's dope. I love that, Gems. Oh my God, thank you for sharing that story with me, from whoever that came from. That makes me happy. But yeah, thanks again for hanging out with me, and have a great day and all that jazz.